Welcome to episode number 1 of the 10th inning that I am starting with my good friend Ethan Cushman. Unfortunately, due to some technical issues, he could not be here today. It's actually my fault, not his fault, that he couldn't be here today. But Ethan will be on the next episode, and the one after that, and the one after that, and most likely every one after that. But today I'm going to go through all the games. There were some pretty good games on opening day. We're going to go through each of those and what's maybe to come for the rest of the season. So let's get into the opening day recaps. Our first game was between the Mets and Nationals, and it was DeGrom versus Scherzer, which everybody was pumped for. NL Cy Young versus NL Cy Young runner-up. And both of them showed up in a big way. 22 strikeouts between both of them. 12 for Scherzer, 10 for DeGrom. Cano, in his Mets debut, first at bat, he takes Scherzer deep to make it 1-0. It was 1-0 for a while. Then Scherzer ran into a little bit of trouble, and Cano again came through to make it 2-0. And DeGrom didn't give up a run. Familia pitched to shut down 8th, and Diaz got his first save as a Met. So the Mets win that one 2-0. The next game we had also started at the same time. Yankees and Orioles. Really wasn't that good of a game. Luke Voit hit a 3-run home run. Orioles couldn't really get anything going in that game. Yankees won fairly easily. Tanaka pitched a pretty good game. So Yankees win that one. The Braves and Phillies. Now, Harper's debut, big storylines surrounding that game, did not really play well. But McCutchen led off the game for the Phillies with a home run. Markakis came back with an RBI single that scored Acuna. And really late in the game, I think it was between the 6th and the 7th, Phillies put up a bunch of runs, but Harper really wasn't to contribute to that. Teheran had a pretty tough day. And the Braves did drop this one, 10-4 the final score. But this Phillies team, they put up 10 runs, and Harper didn't even really play well. So this is looking like a very scary Philly team. All right, this is probably the game of the day, Cardinals and Brewers. Now, the Cardinals came out on fire. In the second inning, Colton Wong hit a 2-run home run, and then the next pitch, Harrison Bader catches one right down the middle, and boom. It was sweet swing, just great. So they go back-to-back, made it 3-0 early. Brewers eventually got a 3-run homer from Christian Yelich, so maybe no MVP hangover. He looks like he's back. But eventually it came down to when the game was 5-4. In the top of the 9th, 2 outs. Lorenzo Cain had to range back, and he leaped at the wall, saved the game, threw that ball up in the air. If I can find a video of that, I will put that up now.
The bench for the Cardinals, and there's a fly ball hit back into deep right center field. Lorenzo Cain got it at the wall!
But that really was a great play to end that game. Brewers are off to a 1-0 start. Next, the Dodgers lit up Zach Greinke. They absolutely lit him up. The Dodgers ended up beating the Diamondbacks 12-5. So that's good for the Dodgers. They're looking to see if they can get back to the World Series, but the Diamondbacks, I don't think they're going to be that good without Goldschmidt. I mean, no one has that much expectations for them, but the Dodgers pick up that win 12-5. So next, the Blue Jays and Tigers were scoreless through the first 9 innings, so that means free baseball. In the 10th inning, Stewart ended up hitting, I think that's how you say his name, hit a 2-run home run. The Jays could not respond, so the Tigers ended up getting the win 2-0 in 10 innings. Always good to get extra inning wins. Close games like that are really good for a team's morale and momentum. So the Tigers end up getting that win there in 10 innings off that 2-run home run. Blue Jays, awful hitting. I mean, I bet you they cannot wait till Vlad gets called up. So, this is an interesting game. The Astros and Rays look to be a very good one. Just like DeGrom and Scherzer, we had a Cy Young winner and Cy Young runner-up going at it. Austin Meadows started off fast with a 1-run home run to make it 1-0 early, but the Astros proved that they're the Astros, and they, in my opinion, are the favorites to win the World Series. They're my favorites to win the World Series. And George Springer hit a 3-run shot to go up 3-1. They tacked on 2 runs after that, so the Astros did get the win 5-1 in that one. So I do expect big things from the Rays, though. I mean, tough first series against the Astros, but the Rays could rebound. So next is my Cubs traveling down to Arlington. Did not start off good. Elvis Andrus hit a 2-run home run to make it 2-0. Then Baez came back with a solo shot. Hayden with an RBI single. Zagunas got an RBI. Baez hit another 3-run home run. Bryant hit a home run, and we just poured it on after we came back. And we did end up winning 12-4. Very good win there for the Cubs. I'm hoping we can rebound. Last year we were riddled with injuries. I expect us to be a lot better. Lester only allowed 2 runs. It was the home run to Andres. He's looking very good. He only gets better with age. So excited to watch the Cubs going forward. Looked very good today. So the next game probably was my favorite game. I liked watching this game. 2 not so good teams, the Pirates and Reds. But, I mean, nothing against those teams. But it was 2-1 Pirates going into the 7th, and Jose Peraza catches one on the barrel, lifts it into left to tie the game at 2. And then later, Derek Dietrich came up to the plate. In his first at-bat as a Red, hometown Ohio man catches one and lifts it into right for a 3-run shot. Excuse me. And then Corey Dickerson did come back with a home run to make it 5-3. And then with the bases loaded, 2 out, Dickerson came up again and had a 12 pitch at bat, fought in there, kept fouling off pitch after pitch after pitch. Great at bat from him, but it did end in a ground out to second. So the Reds get the win 5-3. I'm interested to see the Reds going forward. Are they going to be a real big contender, or are they just going to be kind of a fluke and then crash later in the year? Next is the A's and the Angels, and Mike Fiers pitched 6 shutout innings. Trevino, Soria, and Trinan carried it out through the pen in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. Chad Pinder and Steven Piscotty both had RBI groundouts, and then Semien and Chris Davis, not slowing down from his big home run campaign last year, they ended up hitting home runs. So the A's are 1-0. I'm surprised the Angels' bats went ice cold. Congrats to Mike Fiers, and A's are looking pretty good. Even though they went 0-2 in the Japan series, they're back to 1-2 right now. Next, we have the Padres and Giants, and the Giants, their bats went ice cold. I mean, their bats just were non-existent. Manny Machado's debut as a Padre, also fairly silent. He, I think, had at least 2 strikeouts, and I think he even grounded into a double play. However, the Padres did end up getting the win. Will Myers had a solo shot and an RBI single, so Will Myers accounting for 2 runs there. Padres do start 1-0 in Machado's first game, even though he was really quiet. Bumgarner pitched great, but the Giants are really on the downfall after those World Series. I think it's really officially going downhill for them. Next was one of probably the second best pitching matchup of the day besides DeGrom and Scherzer. It was Jose Barrios of the Twins facing Corey Kluber of the Indians. Both of these guys pitching shutouts into the 7th. And it was actually Kluber who cracked first. The Indians were able to rally off him for 2 runs. But Jose Barrios pitching a shutout in the innings he pitched. He's looking like a real good pitcher. And I was so shocked that the Indians' bats could not get a single run off of him. This is a testament to maybe the Indians get not what they used to be. And Jose Barrios, dark horse Cy Young? Maybe. Just going to throw that out there. But Jose Barrios, great game from him. And Kluber didn't even pitch bad, only gave up 2 runs. So that's it for this recap. Next, the Rockies pretty much handily beat The Marlins 6-3. Dahl, Ionetta, Story all had good games. Story, I think, had a homer. Marlins were down 6-0. They did get 3 runs in garbage time. So Rockies are 1-0 as well. Next at Kauffman, the Royals ended up beating the White Sox. Mondesi had a triple. Mondesi was really all over the place. Royals actually looking like not that bad of a team. I really like Mondesi a lot. White Sox were able to get some runs, but it wasn't enough. The Royals win that one 5-3. And easily, the biggest surprise of the night was the Mariners taking it to the Red Sox 12-4. And you know who your 2019 home run leader is? Tim Beckham. He hit 2 bombs, and Encarnacion gave the Parrot a ride for the first time at Safeco. The Mariners absolutely took it to the Red Sox 12-4. Did not expect that at all. I mean, the Mariners 3-0. They're looking not too bad right now. I know it's only 3 games, since they did have the 2 in the Japan series. But the Mariners are looking pretty good, man. I mean, to beat the defending World Series champions 12-4, you're obviously not that bad of a team if you could do that. So thank you guys for watching. I do apologize that Ethan is not here. It's actually my fault that he can't be, not his fault. But Ethan will be on every other show, unless something drastic comes up like this. He will be on every other show to talk. It's usually better when he's here. So he will be on later. But this is the first episode of the 10th inning. Some extra baseball knowledge for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy. We're going to be going into a lot more depth with a bunch of other stuff. It's going to be great. You guys are going to want to subscribe if you're new. But thank you guys for watching. This is episode 1 of the 10th inning. Hope you guys enjoy. And I'll see you next time with Ethan next time.